Alright, story time. And I have no idea who's going to be interested in this whatsoever. But listen, I can unequivocally, without remorse or guilt, tell you I love cock. Alright? It's COC. Corrosion of Conformity. It's one of my all-time favorite bands. Okay? And they never really got the kind of recognition I think they deserved. You know, when it comes right down to it. I remember living in Charleston, South Carolina back in 1997, 1998, somewhere in that time period. All right, before the Twin Towers fell. They were supposed to go on tour with Metallica. Okay. And I was looking forward to, you know, seeing Metallica. I've seen them a couple of times. It's not my favorite band, but, you know, anyway, doesn't matter. But something broke down in the negotiations, and they couldn't come to a deal. So Metallica just went ahead and did their tour, and Corrosion of Conformity just went ahead and, you know, did their thing separately, right? But that's where, all right, at this particular time, I was working in a family-owned bakery, okay? It was called Family Affair, actually. And I worked, like, you know, I don't know what shift you'd call it. I went into work at, like, 1 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying? I baked the bagels. And I baked the bagels, and then take all the pastries, all the cookies and donuts and everything else that the bakers made, you know, the night before, you know, excuse me, loaded up into a mid-size, you know, U.S. postal mail truck, and drive around Charleston and deliver the pastries to different coffee shops and, you know, other little, you know, areas. And actually, you know, at that time, I was like, what, 19, 20? I had keys, okay, to like 4 or 5 different businesses in downtown Charleston, okay, because they didn't want to be there at 4 o'clock in the morning when I'm dropping off their goods, okay? So it's a hell of a responsibility. All good times. But one night, excuse me, when I heard that Corrosion of Conformity was, you know, in town, they were playing in just this teeny tiny little bar. I can't remember the name of it, you know, downtown Charleston. And I went there about 11:30, you know what I'm saying? 12 o'clock. I had to be at work at 1 o'clock, you know. So, you know, I wasn't going there to party and get drunk and get smashed, you know. I was still fairly responsible at that time. But I saw my boss there, you know. He's like, "What are you doing here?" I mean, he was having fun. He was done. You know, his night was over. You know what I'm saying? But he saw me. It's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "It's all good, man. I'm just here." And I saw the last one song of Corrosion of Conformity perform at the Acme, is what it was called. So I did get to see them perform once live. I heard one song at the Acme downtown Charleston, and I helped load their equipment into the van because, you know, they didn't have tour buses. You know what I'm saying? They were on that level. Excuse me, they weren't on that level. But I swapped flesh with the singer, and I can't remember his name. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was funny. I went to work, you know, at 1 o'clock, and you know, made the fucking bagels. Love you, bye.